Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about gel nails. So they're already done. This is how they turned out. So pretty, and it's so easy. Anybody who can paint their nails can do this. All you need is a polish, primer, a light, and a file. And I'll show you everything in this video. So we'll turn this into this. You are going to need a UV light, alcohol or alcohol pads, a file, something to push your cuticles back. I'll attach this. I get this on Amazon. It's a primer. And then here's the UV set. And I'll attach this one here too. It's from Amazon as well. It has a base coat, a top coat, and all of these awesome colors. This is super easy, you guys. The first step, I'm just gonna take this and push my cuticles back. I did already cut my nails, so you can keep your nails longer and file them to whatever shape you want, but I just like to keep mine short. You know, I'm a nurse and I don't like anything to get under my nails at work. So it's just more comfortable for me to keep them short. So you're gonna push all of your cuticles back. Now that my cuticles are all pushed back and out of the way, I'm just gonna do a little bit of filing. So I'm gonna use this file to just file the edge of my nails because where I cut it, it's like a little bit jagged. And I want it to be nice and smooth. After this, I'm gonna file down the surface of the nail with just a really light grit file, and that's just gonna help to keep the gel on the nail and help it to adhere to the nail much easier. So I just use this. And it's gonna make the nail look a little rough. I'll show you. Don't worry about it. I promise it's gonna look beautiful in the end. That's how it looks. And this is really quick, you guys. Take a rag and just wipe all of that debris off of your nail, because you don't want it to get into the polish and then it'll put like little bumps in your polish. So just get all of that off, get your nail nice and clean. You can even wash your hands. You're just gonna have to dry them really, really well. Okay, so now that I got all that off, my nail is nice and clean. I'm gonna start with my left hand, and what I like to use is this Mia's Secret. It's an extra bond for acrylic and UV gel. It's a primer. This stuff is literally the best. It'll help the gel to stay on so much longer. And I'll attach it in a link below. I got it from Amazon. So with this, you don't need much. You literally just need a tiny bit, and then you just brush it onto the surface of the nail. You do have to hit it with a UV light. And sometimes it stings just a little bit. That's normal. Next step is going to be base coat. All right, so the secret here is, first of all, get any little thing off of your fingers. Like I had a little tiny hair right there. That will get stuck in the gel. I'll shake this up, and really another secret is to put it on the gel as thin as humanly possible. This is gonna help your gel to last so much longer and not peel off. If you do it super thick, it's gonna peel off. So I'm just gonna go through and do each nail. Another thing to really consider is don't hit your cuticle. Go right below the cuticle. Leave a space between where you're painting and the cuticle. Because when it grows out, if you hit the cuticle, it's gonna look all jagged and it won't be smooth. And you guys, by all means, I am not a professional. This is not gonna turn out perfect as it would, you know, in a salon. But I really enjoy doing my own nails, and if you can paint your own nails, you can do this. And what I'm doing is I'm literally just trying not to get too much on the nail. Just a tiny, tiny thin layer. And then I'll hit it with the UV light. And you really don't need much time under the UV light, maybe 30 seconds. So far we have the primer, the base coat, and then now we're gonna pick a color. So for today's video, I think I'm gonna do pink. So this one's called Strawberry Ice Cream. And sorry about how my nails look, guys. I just washed my hair with blue shampoo, and it kind of stained my nails a little bit. Blue shampoo. So that's good on the light. So you're just gonna shake this up a little bit. And like I said, you don't want to get much on the brush. You're literally it's like that much on the brush. Hardly anything. And then you're gonna do the same thing. You don't want to hit the cuticle. And like I said, try to do it as thin as possible. You may have to like take some polish off of your brush back in the bottle. So that's what I just did. And take your time. What you want to do is, if it gets on the lower part of the nail, you definitely want to get that off, because once you cure this in the UV light, you're not going to be able to get it off without soaking it in acetone. And with my nails, generally it peels off by itself in like 2 to 3 weeks. When I put gel on my toes, it's a whole different story. I actually have to soak that off. And in order to get it off, what I do is I just take a cotton ball, soak it in acetone, and then just let it sit on the surface and cover my toes in foil. I just take a piece of foil and crunch it around my toes and let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then the polish just comes right off. Super easy to get off. So you really want to check and make sure that there's no polish anywhere you don't want it. You can always just wipe it off with a paper towel and start over. So it's when you cure it with the UV light is when you can't get it off, and you have to actually soak it off with acetone. So I'm curing this, and then I'm actually gonna do a second coat with the pink polish. So with the Bond, with the primer, you only need one tiny coat, and then same thing with the base coat, just one coat. And then with the color, I like to do 2 coats. And then you'll do 1 top coat on top of that. So that's another reason you want it super thin, because you're doing all these coats on top of each other. And I always get it below the nail and have to wipe it off. It's okay. Another thing that's hard to get used to is doing the right hand. But it's just like painting your nails, you know. Once you learn how to do it, you get used to it. It's a little harder, but there is like a little something on my brush, and so I'll just wipe that off. Because like I said, once this dries, if there's any little hairs in it or anything, it'll literally cure into the polish and probably bug you for 2 weeks. I've tried a few different gel polishes on Amazon. This Modelones is definitely my favorite one so far that I've tried. But definitely, if you guys have some suggestions of ones that you've tried that work much better, that you really love, then definitely let me know. I'm willing to try. I love trying new ones. And so after this dries, we're gonna do a top coat. I always shake these up before. This is what the top coat looks like. and just very little on the brush. To be honest, I've gotten so much better about doing thin layers. I think I could even get better doing it even thinner. Literally, the thinner, the better. They're so good at this in the salon, just getting it like super, super thin. And this might take some practice. I've been doing my own nails like a couple years now. So I've really had a lot of practice. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't come out, you know, the way you expected or wanted it to the first time. You just have to be patient with yourself, and it's all about learning the process and what works for you. All right. So those are done. I just have to cure them. And this light I have, I'll link it below. I love it because it has all of these options. So we have like, you know, low, you can do 10 seconds, 60 seconds, or you can just put your hand in and however many seconds you want, and then pull it out when you're done. But like if you select one of these buttons, so like this is the 30-second, then it'll stay on for 30 seconds and then turn off. So the next thing we're gonna do is my favorite part. I love gel because you don't have to wait for it to dry. Literally, I'm gonna take one of these alcohol pads and I'm just gonna wipe the nail with the alcohol pad. And that'll get rid of like any tachiness, any stickiness. If you don't follow that step, they are a little sticky, a little tacky. And I do recommend, like for the last cure, to do it a little longer, just to make sure that everything is nice and hardened and cured before you start wiping it with the alcohol, because you don't want it to dent or get messed up. So at the end, cure it for like a minute. So I'll just pull that little alcohol pad out. And I just go in a circular motion like this and literally just wipe it down with the alcohol. I think it's pretty amazing that it doesn't wipe off or dent or ruin it. It's just like dry and cured. Pretty cool. And that's it. Look how pretty. Nice and smooth, thin. And now what we're gonna do is just repeat it on the other hand. you feel like you can't do the other hand yourself, find a girlfriend and make this like a little girls' night. Do each other's gel nails. You know, it's a really good excuse too to get together with girlfriends like every couple weeks. When you guys need a fresh manicure, just meet up with each other and do each other's nails. When I go to visit family, I bring my nail kit and I usually offer to do everyone's nails. And I love doing it, it's so much fun. What I also like is that it's very convenient. You know, you don't have to leave your house to do this. You can open a bottle of wine, maybe have dinner before. I do always have a hard time getting this side as thin as the other side. But honestly, it's a really good skill to have, to be able to use both your right and your left hand. Believe it or not, it makes you smarter because it's teaching your brain a new skill. They say to do things like that, like brush your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand, if you're right-handed. You guys should try it, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried it before and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do this. But it's supposed to be really good for your brain. You guys, I've been watching this podcast called Millionaire Mindsets. This couple is so good. It's literally changing the way I think. I can't stop listening to it. Like, I don't even want to watch TV or really like listen to music. I just been turning on this podcast. So good. Millionaire Mindsets. You guys gotta listen for real. And I have no affiliation or anything to them, but I will link it below just so you guys can see, you know, what they're all about and just spreading the motivation and positivity, you know. I really wasn't planning on doing this video today. So I am planning on doing a couple other videos today. I was planning on doing, I'm gonna do fried chicken and then, you know, a really nice green salad on the side. You know, because if you're having fried chicken, you gotta have a salad on the side. But that was my plan today, is to make that video. So I went to the store earlier and got the stuff for salad. I already have everything to fry the chicken. Super simple. So I'll link that. I'll put a card up top for that video, and then I'll also link it below so you guys can take a look at it once I make it. I haven't even started it yet, but that's the plan for today. And then I was also gonna do another one. We'll see if it gets done today. If not today, then it'll be tomorrow, where I've been making juices. So you don't even need a juicer. I've literally been using my KitchenAid food processor and blending up ingredients, and then using a sifter, like a fine sifter, to pour the whole, concoction through, and it totally pulls all the pulp out. So it's like just juice. And I've literally been loving these little juice shots that I've been making. They're so good. All the ingredients have so many health benefits. I won't even go into it right now, just because this video is not for that, it's for nails. But yeah, I'll put a card above for that video as well. And I've just been having so much fun, like making these juice shots. I've been trying to do 3 a day, and I feel so good. I feel energized, absolutely loving it. So I'm definitely gonna keep up with that habit. I really love to do this at my kitchen table, because then I can set this all up nicely. Everything's right in front of me. I do recommend the first few times you do this, like, definitely put a towel down so you don't get this stuff on your table. The gel, really, if it spills, it'll wipe right off. It's really just like the acetone that will eat your furniture if you spill that. But I know, it's risky. I don't put a towel down. It would probably be better if I did. If it was normal nail polish, not gel, I would. I always put a towel down, because that stuff does not come off once it spills. All right, let's wipe these bad boys down. And that's it, you guys. They're all done. Look how pretty. Super smooth. They're so dry, like I can click them together. It's not like normal polish. Love this. Literally love doing this. So easy and quick. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.